What's good, you guys are back again with another video. Today we're here to talk about the Summer League, but before we get into that, I just want to say I'm sorry. I had to go for a week. I was on call. If you don't know what that is, if you're new to the channel, I explained it a couple of times. But basically, I'm working for 2 weeks straight, so I really just didn't have time to record videos, but I'm back. We're here to talk about the Summer League. I got a chance to watch a decent amount of Summer League games, so I'm very excited to talk about this topic because I do feel like this was a very fun and exciting Summer League. We got a lot of crazy performances, a lot of crazy plays. The stars actually play, so it was nice to see. It sucks that some of them only played a couple games, like Emma Thompson and Scoot. They only played one game, but they had an amazing duel for the first 3 quarters that they played. Victor Wembanyama only played 2 games, so that kind of sucked. But other than that, we did get some very good performances from everybody else, so let's talk about it. So like I said in the thumbnail, the people that kind of graduated from Summer League that like really should have touched the court at all: Keegan Murray, Jalen Williams, Andrew Nembhard, Isaiah Jackson, Chet Holmgren, Tari Eason, Jabari Parker. Those guys shouldn't have played at a certain point. Like at Jabari, I do feel like at some time he should have got some reps. But I really feel like the other guys didn't really have to play. Like J-Dub, for instance, he played 1 game, I believe. The first 10 points from the Thunder was all by him. I think he went like 4 for 5. And like he didn't have to play. He didn't even play the 3rd quarter. He scored 22 points in the first. He didn't play the 4th quarter. He scored 22 points in the first 3 quarters. Didn't really have to play. Keegan Murray, I understand him playing. I really do, especially seeing the rumors that they see at some point they want him to be the #1 option. So I get why he played, just to get some more reps with on ball, and it worked out. Look, he had a 40 ball, even though half of them was mostly off catch and shoot. A lot of them was on ball, so I understand why he played. But he averaged like 30 points. He didn't have to play. He was just in the playoffs in the 7-game series as a starter, had a decent playoffs, had a very good rookie season. He didn't have to play. Andrew Nembhard, he had a very good start to his rookie season, was kind of on and off in the end, but the IQ is just like, the IQ is well beyond a lot of people. He didn't have to play. Like, he's one of the best backup point guards off the rip. And like out there, he was just dominating. He was just dominating. It was one play where, let me see if I can remember this right. Player set the screen. He ran around the screen this way and then cut in front of his defender that was trailing him. Hit a little hezzy on the person that set the screen's defender. He hit a hezzy on him, and the dude didn't jump. Like, he went for it. So then Andrew went around him, not did a spin, but kept going around. And then while he's doing that, his big is trailing going to the rim. He just did a little dump off pass and a look. I'm like, bro, after I seen that, I was like, yo, you don't have to play. You're just too smart. Like, you came out of Gonzaga. You don't really have to play with these guys. Now, Tari Eason, again, I understand why he played, but like, y'all know how big of a guy I am on Tari Eason. He was just too big out there. Double-double in both of the games he played. A poster dunk. He's just too big. He's too big. I do love to see that he was taking the challenge on school, and at times, sometimes he did stop school. And I also love that you can obviously see he has been in the lab with that jump shot. It's changed. At first it was a little push shot, but now it's a fluid motion. So to see that, I loved it. Jabari, I just think he needed more reps. After he got them first 2 games of reps, he didn't have to play. So I understand that, especially how good he was. I wish I could have seen a little bit more from him on the defensive side, because that's what he was known for last year. But on offense, 33 points in 2 games. Oh, 1 game was like 38, the second game was 33. So like, he really did not have to play. Isaiah Jackson, same thing. He was just too big out there. Just double-doubles each game, multiple blocks. Didn't have to play. I understand why Benedict Mathurin played, and you've seen it, especially when you look at the efficiency. He was getting to his spots pretty easily, but like, at sometimes he was like kind of being a ball hog. So like, I understand why he played. Chet, after the Utah Summer League, I wouldn't have played him. I would, because he was just, again, dominating Utah. Then he came to Vegas and dominated again. So I understood why he played. He didn't have to. I think he averaged like 3 blocks per game. It didn't look like the size phased him at all. And even though you're facing bigger teams, not just like the Heat and the Kings, you're facing more teams now, but it didn't really look like it phased him at all. He was still getting his rebounds, still getting his blocks. He looked very good. That's what I'm saying. He really did not have to play. So those are the kind of guys that's like, they graduated. They should never touch the Summer League court again. They never needed to touch the court this year. Those are the guys that graduated from Summer League. Now, this is another section. This is kind of crazy, but just bear with me. The rookies that did not have to play. I don't know why I named him first, or I have him first in my notes. Brandon Podolski did not have to play. We'll talk about it. Amen in school did not have to play. After a certain point, they just did not have to play. Keontae George didn't have to play. And last, Olivier Maxence Prosper did not have to play. First off, with Olivier, what's his name? Josh Green. Watch your back. What I've seen, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch. I believe he came from Marquette. I didn't watch a lot of Marquette. I kind of got up on Olivier further into the draft process, so I did know a lot about him, but still I didn't really watch a lot of Marquette. But like just watching him, the few games I watched, to be honest, he did not have to play. It's just like Tariq. He's just at some point, natural talent is like, bro, you don't even have to be out. He was just too big. Multiple double doubles. The shot was going down. If the shot's going down, that's something that was really they was really critical about him coming out of college. If that's going down like it was, the shot didn't look bad at all as far as the form and everything. If that's going down, along with him being a good defender, he's 6'9", like 240. Not 240. That's a little bit too big. 220. He's pretty huge for his size. He was getting multiple rebounds. If that's what we're gonna see in the regular season, he could take Josh Green's spot like pretty instant, just because he's the body that they've been looking for. Shout out to Josh Green. He's done everything they asked of him, but he is 6'4", 6'5" at the 3 position. This is a 6'9", 220 guy that's very athletic, that can possibly shoot it. What we've seen in the Summer League is real. That can possibly shoot it. That can rebound the hell out of the ball. That's like a Jared Vanderbilt type guy. Well, I think it's a little bit more offense, if that, and especially on defense too. If that's what we've seen, if what we've seen in this Summer League, if that carries on to the regular season, it's not going to be hard to take Josh Green's spot. It's not at all. It's not. So if they can do that, I mean, if he can carry that on, great. Next, Keontae George. At some point after the Vegas Summer League, after the Utah Summer League, he didn't have to be there. And I understand you just want the rookie, gotta give him reps. I understand, but at some point it just looked too easy for him. Same thing with Brandon Podolski. It looked very easy for him out there. Keontae, he was just getting to his spots, and that's why he was like a top 10 guy coming out of high school. And I understand why he slipped, because he did have an on and off time in Baylor, but I know he did deal with some type of injury in Baylor, so it kind of held him back. But like, once you've seen that he got back to the weight that he needed to be at, because he obviously, to me, that watched him in college, he got bigger and he got stronger and then he got healthier. Once that came, he just dominated. And he would have been a top 10 pick if that stuff didn't bother him in Baylor. Like I said, I would have picked him at 10 if that's the, not reach, but if I wasn't going to go for the normal pick and Grady Dick for not 10, I think the Orlando Magic second pick was 11. And the normal pick, like everybody mocked, was Grady Dick. It went Jet Howard. I love the pick. I still love the pick. But if it was me, if I was going to go for not the normal, Keontae would have been the pick, because the dude is just a bucket. Like, he got people saying that the Utah Jazz gave up Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell and got them the next year. They got Walker Kessler for Rudy Gobert, which is basically Rudy Gobert. And now in the draft, they get another Donovan Mitchell type player. And he looks just like Donovan Mitchell out there. And then other than that, I didn't know he could play make that good. He looks like a good playmaker, and he can probably play the one, because I was like, bro, I don't like him next to Colin Sexton, but like, I'm not gonna lie, Colin's my guy. He looked like a better playmaker than Colin already, but we will see. I don't want to jump the gun. But at some point, he just didn't have to be there, and then it sucked, because the last play of his summer league, his ankle touched the ground. So that sucks. But like, at some point, he did not have to be there. Before I talk about Amen in school, I want to talk about Brandon Podolski. Like I said, his IQ. His IQ was just through the roof. And I love how they let him hold the ball as much as he wanted, because he was just dominant. And the reason why I say he didn't have to be there, because even when the shots wasn't going down, he was just getting everybody involved. And like, he would have probably averaged like 8-9 assists if he was playing next to some real NBA talent other than Guy Santos and Lester Quinones, however you say his last name. Those was the only like real like NBA talents on his team. So like, his numbers would have looked way better, and he just would have looked way better in the offense. But other than that, he was this. I want to say dominant because that's like a weird word to use for a rookie guard. But he was just. It was just so easy for him at some point. Like, he really just did not have to play. But he looked really good for them, and I'm loving that he's going to be able to play next to Chris Paul. And I'm also loving the bench unit with him, Jonathan Kuminga, Dario Saric, Moses Moody. I said it on Twitter. They're off-season. The Warriors off-season moving me. But he played really good. And then Amen in school, they just... I'm not gonna lie, I gotta go to the highlights for this while I talk. For school, it sucked that he got hurt, but like at the end it was like kind of good because like he really just didn't have to be there. I like how he went at Amen and he went at any defender that was in front of him. He was even at times where like I know him and Amen are cool off court because I've seen them multiple times off court, but like it was times where Amen fell on the ground, he would just walk past him. I love that competitive edge. But like other than that, man, he was just out there dominating everybody. I look at Amen and Tari as really good defenders, but at some point they just really could not stand in front. I mean, they couldn't stand in front of school. Like he would just drive past him easily. And then the shot was going down, so that was really good. And like I said with B-Pies, if he played with some NBA level talent, even though I think number 41, I don't know his name, but he was hitting his shots. Even though I think he was a decent guy and CJ Walker was pretty decent, but if he played with some NBA level talent around him that wasn't really Shaedon Sharpe, I think the assist would have been very good for his first game. And he only played like 20 minutes. So that kind of sucked, but like I said, it's kind of cool that he only played that much because you just seen so much in that game. And like I tweeted after the game, it was pretty much a perfect game for him, even though he only played 20 minutes. It was pretty much perfect. Nobody could stand in front of him. He was getting to the basket whenever he wanted. And you can just tell they're going to end up with a superstar. Like, it's crazy that you trade a superstar, you end up with one. But I'm also very happy that they're finally trading Dame because I don't want to see any time when School is coming off the bench in his career. He has to start from the jump. And I also want to see Anthony Simons go because Shaedon Sharpe and School in the backcourt, that's going to be one of the best backcourts in probably like 3 years. Like 3 years. They're here, bro. They're here. I don't know why they named Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe should have been on that shouldn't have been here list because he was just too good. But yeah, shout out to School. He dominated the first game. Now, with Amen, I felt like he had the best performance out of all the rookies, even over School. When I'm talking about it looks super easy, and like I even myself, I questioned how is it gonna look now that he's not playing against little high schoolers and shit. Like I told myself, and I don't know why I even kind of fell for it, you cannot teach size, speed, and feel for the game. You just can't teach it. And in this game, he had all of that. His finishing was amazing. Left hand. It was one time, and he missed the layup, but just to see it, this shows me, I don't even think he knows how athletic he is. One time he ran to the rim, he finished with a left hand layup, damn near was at the rim. The second time, he got off the screen and like the big was just kind of posting under the rim. And he just went up and it was so effortlessly, but his head was at the rim. And instead of ducking, he kind of went for a left hand layup again and kind of missed it. But still, seeing that and seeing how he's not really like the normal athlete in the league. It was just so easy for him to get up there. And then I love how he was on the other end of the ball. At times, he even stopped Scoot. I think Scoot had like 13 points in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Amen was on him the whole time. He couldn't really score. But then on the other side, like I said with Scoot and like I said with B-Pies, if you stick him with some NBA talent, he would have had like 10 assists because in the pick and roll, it was multiple times where he was getting these crazy dump-off passes to Jay Huff, and Jay Huff just kept dropping the ball because he just didn't know it was coming. But Amen, to me, he had a perfect, and I mean perfect first game in the NBA. Some of the passes that he made in that second half was amazing. He hit a three. He hit a floater like outside. He looked pretty good. I am excited for the Rockets, bro. And this game made me say, maybe you should have signed Fred VanVleet because this man looks like he's ready to play right now. He fit perfectly next to Tari Eason and Jabari Smith. So shout out to Amen because Amen had a very good first game. And at last, the players that just kind of surprised me. I want to say Isaiah Mobley. He surprised me a lot. I didn't watch him at all in college, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch him at all. But his IQ, his rebounding, his screen setting, he looks like he's gonna be able to play the four for us. I think we left Sorry, I think we left 2 spots on the end of the roster. And one of those spots is for somebody on that Summer League team. I think it's between him and Sam Merrill, and I think he's going to get that spot just because how good he was. He just at some point, he just started to dominate at 18 and 14 in his last game. It's a huge reason why we're undefeated in the Summer League. So shout out to him. Like I said, I love his IQ. I loved his IQ. It's better just, what I mean by that is like, he just always knew where to be, especially on the screens. He always knew where to set the screens and how to set the screens. And that's something you really don't get from young forward in this league. So shout out to him. Johnny Davis, shout out to my boy Cam, because I'm going to stick your line. I'm going to steal your line. He looked like an NBA player. And then I don't want to troll, but he looked really good. Like, one thing I noticed from him is he didn't really have the confidence that he had in Wisconsin. That's what I noticed in his rookie year. But just looking at the Summer League highlights and the Summer League plays, he looked very comfortable and he played with aggression. And once he does that on the offensive side, he's going to do that on defense. And at times you see him and Bilal Coulibaly, they were just playing above the rim on defense, getting multiple blocks. And they're going to look like a very fun, I don't know what position they're going to play. So I don't want to say backcourt. So I'm just going to say they're going to be very fun players for the Wizards. And I'm very excited to see what their future. But like I said, Johnny Davis, I was very high on him coming out of college. So just to see this, I was very excited. Jordan Walsh, if that shot is real, the Celtics got another one. They got another one. He's going to play instantly on a contender. And that's something you don't get in the second round. On defense, he was just amazing. On defense, he was amazing. I think he had one game where he had 6 threes. The shot was going down. If they get that Jordan Walsh, it's like, bro, you're going to look at it like, bro, how did they get him? That's how it's going to be. And then last but not least, Gigi Jackson. For me, I was very surprised. Like I've been saying, I think he went to South Carolina because they dead ass told him, you come here, you can do whatever you want. You can have the ball for 24 seconds on the shot clock. Whatever you want, we're catering it all to you. So my question with him was, how is he going to play inside of a system? He did that in these few games in the in the Summer League, and I was very excited to see that. Played a lot off ball, damn near all the way off ball, and he played very good off ball. Then when he got time to be on ball, he started to hit his shots. He was hitting some off ball threes, spot up threes, and then on defense he looked pretty good. So I'm gonna bite the bullet on that one. He looks very good in the system. So that's it for this video, man. Like I said, I'm back for a week because I am going on vacation next week. But other than that, I don't bring my laptop, so just get some news, bro. But we will have videos coming out this week. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.